The fifth set will be played on Aklon Wastes. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position as the red Zerg, playing for WOONGJIN Stars. His name is SoulKey.
His opponent, the WCS NA winner, now playing the WCS Korean winner. His name is Hero, spawning as blue Protoss on the left top corner of the map.
Yep, indeed. Oh, cool. We got English cheerful this time. Yukuri Bros. Should have come with me and lived, and I didn't catch the rest of that.
And lived the dream in Korea with me. Oh. Somewhere along the lines of that. I don't know exactly. Oh. Now, when it comes to StarCraft2, both players have a little bit of history. They're 5-5, but SoulKey has been going on a 4-game winning streak against Hero.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
So definitely the advantage going to go to SoulKey then, as far as those recent results go. And we didn't really see SoulKey start to dominate until recently as well. You know, he was considered one of the stronger players when the cast players started switching over to StarCraft2, but we didn't get to see him really, you know, his full skill, his full potential revealed until last season of WCS.
Now, he's been doing well throughout the whole season, don't get us wrong. When hybrid season happened, SoulKey was one of the better players in the Kespa scene, but when he finally switched over to StarCraft2, he was solid, but not as dominating as he is right now.
Indeed.
In WCS Korea Season 1, he got the first place grand prize. In WCS Season 1 finals, he did fall short to SOS, but he did make it into the round of 4.
Yeah, and fun fact, SOS was defeated by SoulKey narrowly in the round of 4 WCS KR.
He's going to build a cannon at the bottom of the ramp and then possibly...
Oh, is this a proxy?
I don't think it's going to be a proxy because there is a forge out there. So I think that's going to be a cannon on the bottom of the ramp. And he's going to try to chain it up. So he's going to build a cannon on the bottom of the ramp right here. And then he's going to build a pylon up there and then build a cannon right next to it as soon as the pylon finishes. So it's really tricky for Zerg player SoulKey to take this out.
This is interesting. This is definitely a prepared build from Hero. And I have to say that the EGTL players, they're coming out with more prepared builds than we've seen in the past. And it's definitely giving them some wins here and there that they may have not had normally.
And hey, SoulKey, he's one of those, Hero, he's one of those players who loves to go for builds like this.
Yeah.
So now he's going to try to scout around the natural, trying to see if there's any hidden probe. He is going to scout it. The problem is there's a cannon on the bottom of the ramp.
SoulKey, he can't take that third base as well. He's going to have to take it somewhere else. And the second cannon goes down. SoulKey looking not completely prepared for this, but you know, he's going to have to do the best that he can. He's making a pair of Zerglings right now. That hatchery most likely going to get canceled at the last second there.
Yeah, it's much better for him to cancel. Trying to save the hatchery is going to be a lost cause for SoulKey. So instead, he's just going to get a speed behind this. Yeah.
Hero, he can just go into a transition to a normal macro game. His hatchery going to be, or his next is going to be around the same timing as his opponent, but because he had to be forced to cancel on the hatchery, that's going to definitely put Hero ahead of his opponent. Also, scouting the gas go down as well.
So all Hero really needs to do at this point is to make sure that his opponent is not going for an all-in attack off of 2 base. He needs to make sure he gets complete scouting on his opponent. He can use the pylons over there later to warp in some zealots to harass his opponent, but the #1 priority right now is to scout his opponent and see what he is going to go for.
And you know what the genius thing about Hero's build here is he covers 2 expansions, not one, with these 2 cannons. So at a max, the Zerg is going to be on 2 bases. The other bases on this map are simply too far away to take.
Yeah, so that's why he's getting up to 10 Zerglings right now. He might try to go for a run-by, or he might try to take out the cannons using the Zerglings.
Maybe even destroy the rocks from the back here. Hero should be able to realize that, though, and yeah, we do have 10 lings in production. Second gas on the way. We're going to be seeing a big all-in from SoulKey here. It's going to be up to Hero to identify what's going on. He's got a Zealot out here. The Zerglings actually going to go to town on these rocks first, and we have a probe being sent out here.
So he wants to apply really heavy pressure right now earlier in the game. And look at this Hero just putting the pylon over there. That could also wall off the Zerglings from the right side if Hero identifies what SoulKey is going for just in time.
Oh, the probe, I think it may scout the Zerglings there. Yes, it sees the Zergling count here. Hero knows exactly what's up. And because of that, he is going to be completely prepared. Yeah, seeing all of those lings. Stargate immediately being constructed there. We have the layer on the way for SoulKey. Looks like he may try to go for some type of Nidus play. Adding on a second cannon there, he needs to be aware of the Zerglings attacking the rocks. And his natural. The Zerglings over here going to try. All right, so it looks like he just wants to clear out the cannons.
There we go. One cannon gets covered completely. It's going to get taken out. The second cannon close to dying, but I think the Zerglings are going to get taken out in time.
Wow, actually, SoulKey mismanaging that.
That was only 6 Zerglings down there. Well, on top of the ramp, there was around 10 to 12 Zerglings. And now SoulKey, because of that, Hero, he took out tons of Zerglings with only 2 cannons.
Yeah. So, and Hero, he's going to move across the map. He's getting a Phoenix, sending the Mothership Core over to the natural of SoulKey. Wants to prevent an additional expansion from going down as long as possible. We still are not 100% sure what SoulKey plans here. We could see Swarm Hosts. We could see some quick Nidus play. We do have the 3rd hatchery now, starting at the normal natural location for SoulKey.
So gonna take out the pylon first, saying, hey, Hero, I don't want you to do any warping behind this. So really fast infestation pit, followed up by SoulKey as the pylon gets taken out.
Yeah, Hero also getting supply block behind this. He's getting 3 additional gateways. More Phoenixes are in production, +1 attack starting. And Hero, I mean, as long as he stays on top of this game, he should be able to scout this infestation pit quite easily and force a few spore crawlers from SoulKey.
But SoulKey's also making the best out of his situation. He's trying to scout what his opponent is going for. He's going to see the lack of buildings inside the main base, but he does see the Stargate, he did see the Phoenix, and he sees 2 extra gateways at the natural.
So he's going to see all of the gateways there. The Zerglings now moving towards that 3rd base. It looks like Hero may attempt to go for a fast 3rd base here, just building on his supply advantage, or overall advantage in this game over his opponent. We have the energy upgrade for the Infestors on the way. So it looks like SoulKey is going to go for kind of an Infestor Ling composition.
Infestor Ling possibly into fast Hive as soon as he secure the natural expansion.
Yep.
And right now, Hero, he's doing a nice job. He could take a 3rd base easily. The Queen is lifted up in the air. There's going to be a 2nd lift for the Queen to die at this point because that's only 3 Phoenixes.
Yep.
2nd lift, there we go.
There it is. 5 Infestors on the way. Hero's still not doing a great job scouting his opponent, but that's going to be changed now. And the Infestors are currently in production. Sees the Evolution Chamber in production as well. Going to pick off a few drones here. Nice job by Hero. Also, we'll see the Infestation Pit. 7 Infestors now on the way. And that's a lot of Zealots from Hero here. Looks like he wants to go and try to grab that 3rd, or I guess the natural.
And remember, the rocks haven't been taken out, which means that it's going to be harder for the Infestors to get to the 3rd base. SoulKey sees what's up.
And the Infestors are now out. There's a lot of them there at this natural. We're going to see some Fungals potentially go down. The Zergling is trying to kill off the units here.
On the Zealots, it delays the attack, and now SoulKey trying to eat away on the rocks right now, trying to defend against the Zealots. But is it going to be fast enough? Yes, the rocks get taken out, but that's a lot of Zealots stuck inside the main base.
Yeah, it looks like the Zealots still make it through here, and the Phoenix are lifting up the Infestors.
And this is actually working against SoulKey as he cannot get any Zerglings over here at 3rd base.
Even the Mothership Core tanking the damage, so the Phoenixes can go to work on those Infestors. That's a lot of infested Terrans on the low ground there, but they have time to life, and looks like he will be able to defend there. But the Infestors, I mean, they're just going to be able to get picked off one by one from these Phoenix here. And behind this, we have an Oracle on the way. No 3rd base yet from Hero. He's going for double Stargates. The rocks over here are about to be destroyed as well. More Zealots moving in. The rocks between the natural and 3rd base of SoulKey, they haven't been destroyed yet as well, so the Zealots, they can just move in here and they can start focus firing on that hatchery if they want.
Yeah, well, SoulKey exactly knows what to do. Just cover that Swanko as much as possible. Bongo almost gets taken out on the Phoenix, but the Zealots are eating away on the Infestors.
The Zealots, they're doing so much damage right now. The Phoenix continuing to be very annoying. Hero is ahead in supply, 95 to 58. And even if this attack fails, I mean, the drone count, 39.
Let me say this, however. Behind this, he didn't take a 4th base. We're 13 minutes into the game, so he did do a nice damage around here, trying to put SoulKey out of position. But he did eventually defend after losing a lot of Infestors and Zerglings here and there. But the 3rd base is still not down for a Protoss player, Hero. So if he took a 3rd base behind us, then it would have been perfect.
SoulKey going to do a good job sending some of these Zerglings. They're going to be able to get into the main base. Oh no, sick force field from that sentry there. And the Zerglings may kill off a probe or 2 here, but yeah, it's not going to make a huge difference. And behind this, we should see a 3rd base go up very soon. SoulKey also supply blocked behind this and just way behind in supply. He's got a good amount of Infestors out, but that's the only thing keeping him alive. And we have the triple Stargate out for Hero. Infestor's not bad against the Skytoss style, but yeah. It's just, you know, the Protoss player is still very far ahead of his opponent here and doing a great job with this constant harassment with the Phoenix and the Zealots.
And SoulKey still cannot move out on the map because he doesn't know when the Zealots are going to go inside the main base. Remember, he went for the circling counterattack without taking out the pylons on the left bottom side of the map. The third base, excuse me, from here is going to go uncontested as he's warping in a lot more units over here.
Yes, in addition to that, we have Templar Archives on the way. +1 attack for the air units about to finish. Colossi is about to pop out as well here. Hero, he's looking really strong, man, but SoulKey not out yet.
Oh, well, here comes the army, and that looks really strong. There's only a couple of roaches. He needs perfect fungo on the main army, but he also needs to fight next to his vocal as those Phoenixes are going to lift the infestors quickly.
The engagement not looking really good for Hero. He's got his Stalker stuck in the front. A bit of a mistake there. It looks like SoulKey will manage to defend for now. And, you know, I think, yeah, a Hero can just kind of walk into the natural now and try to attack there in a larger choke.
Yeah, well, that's still a lot of Zealots, and the Infestors still have good amount of energy. So if that's like, you know, a couple of fungos on the Zealots are going to die without doing anything.
And, you know, with this much Zealot commitment from Hero, I'd love to see Charge maybe added in here. He's going for the Storm instead, getting the +2 attack, 3 Void Rays in production. I guess Hero is just playing this ultra safe and, you know, just trying to keep his advantage throughout the game. Another fungal goes down, and that Phoenix will eventually die. But, I mean, 24 workers have been killed this game.
And the biggest problem for SoulKey right now is he can't take a fort base. Once he starts moving out on the map, it's going to get taken down easily. He also doesn't have Hive coming up, and we are 16 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. No fort base, no Hive, which means that he can't go for any counter push. He's trying to defend against any timing push that his opponent might go for. And once he secures the fort base, once he secures up to 8 gases, that's when Hero's going to move out with tons of Void Rays, with few Colossus and Archons mixed in with Storms.
Yeah, he's pretty much Hero's going to have everything. And, you know, finally getting supply block there, but, I mean, Protoss players should generally be behind the Zerg in supply. It's not what we see here. We could even see Hero take a 4th base. We do have Swarm Hosts being, the Swarm Host upgrade being researched here. No Swarm Hosts yet, though. Oracle getting picked off. A little bit sloppy play there by Hero. He still has a very solid advantage, but if this game goes to super late game and we see the Zerg players secure a 4th or 5th base and a lot of Swarm Hosts, you know, it's still possible for SoulKey to win. Don't count him out just yet, despite him being very far behind.
And the key point is securing the fort base. Getting up the fort base is not going to be hard at this point, but securing that position is going to be the key.
SoulKey also pretty much mined out in his main base. You could say the same for Hero. And we have 7 Corruptors in production here. Still no Swarm Hosts yet. I think that Hero is going to go for the attack here. He's got a lot of units. He's got the Storm. He's got a lot of Phoenix, Void Rays, Colossus, Zealots, Charge Lots.
There are 7 Corruptors out on the way, but that's a lot of Infestors, and now it's a battle between the main army from Hero and perfect bungles from SoulKey.
All right, the Phoenix now moving in, trying to lift up as many of those Infestors as possible. And we also have Storm going down, not hitting too many units. Nice Time Warps go down as well. Feedback's hitting a lot of the Infestors. And this Zerg army just completely melting here. The Stalkers in the back along with the Void Rays and Colossus for support, ripping apart the Zerg army. GG is called, and SoulKey falls to Hero.
You need something like a cannon rush to defeat WCS Korea champion as WCS NA champion. Takes out SoulKey.
That's true, these guys are both champions from WCS. Gotta say, I like the build from Hero. It was really cool, and it made a lot of sense on that map, and executed it perfectly. He followed up constant harassment as well, just keeping that lead throughout the game.
And think about this, most players only scout around the natural to see if there's any pylons or probes hidden over there. They don't scout completely to see if there's a cannon on bottom of the ramp.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very uncommon strategy. Worked out great for Hero. And WOONGJIN Stars, they're down to their last man. They could potentially lose before the ace match here against EGTL. So the score is 2-3. EGTL in the lead over WOONGJIN Stars. The next set is going to be a PvT Flying versus Alive on Core Floating Island. So can Alive close it out for EGTL? Or will Flying bring it to the ace match? We will find out after this commercial break.